Welcome, everyone, to the College Football Playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. He steps out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. The game makes it second and medium. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Good enough for the first down to the 37. The offense going with the hurry up.
Chris, I know we think about LSU. We go back to 2019. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. That dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
Back to throw. It's Collins. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's going for a big play downfield. He grabs it inside the 20. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. It's a shotgun run call. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. An inside give now from the shotgun. and he'll pick up the first down, stop at the 27. The Raging Cajuns come to the line in the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. It was a foot race, and he won it.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
To the air, it's Collins. Running out of time in the pocket. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
To be brought down, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what this is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And the coverage team finally gets him, but a great return. You can see the elusive speed from the return man. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They'll try to run it with the option. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back in motion now. Ball handed off. Breaks loose at the 40. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
That makes the score LSU 14, Louisiana 7.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. We're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. The Raging Cajuns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Quarterback still with the football. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter.
LSU 14, Louisiana 7.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
When he's got some space here. Breaking free for a huge return. They finally grab him. Lucky to keep him out of the end zone. The offense will start with great field position. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
It's an option look. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Send the back in motion. On first down, it's play action. Trying to extend the play. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, LSU.
Number 17.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath a beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after a solid gain will spot the ball for 31.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And the wideout goes in motion. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looking to scramble now. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and a drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum and a chance at a big play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Looking to throw it on first down. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Backs lined up on either side of the quarterback. They'll run the option. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Touchdown, Louisiana. And the defense joins the party with a score. That's a scoop and score. Defense making a monster play there.
Well, his eyes must have gotten so big when he saw that ball pop out, chance to pounce on it, and instead of doing it the more conservative way and just falling on it, he decides to take it to the house for a touchdown, something he'll remember for the rest of his career.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's a good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Here's the option play. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really, as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And, boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got up and ready to play that next play.
The back's got it on the pitch. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch it out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The offense threatening now, 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. 2nd down and goal. And the back now goes in motion. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This offense really clicking.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And the extra point was up and good.
Louisiana, 14.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And the returner will be brought down. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Davis.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Jamania. Goes down after making the grab, picks up a few yards, but it's short of the 1st down marker. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he finds his target. He has the 1st. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for a deep completion. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the 2nd half.
Quick throw over the middle. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And that one's picked off. What a play.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Back's got it on a counter. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. The quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Short return, tackled at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on here. We have a flag down. Let's check what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They're going to run the option. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Quarterback's got it on the option. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Breaking free at the 35. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Still no answer for this offense. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. offense back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They begin with a quick throw to the left. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone easily. But this might be coming back. There's a flag on the field. So that huge scoring play is wiped away by the penalty. Potentially a monumental call in this game.
Got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
3:25.
And now the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Touchdown, LSU. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
What a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Ready up.
First and 10 play coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Play action here on first down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
On first and 10, looking to throw. That ball snagged for a completion. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. That completion makes it second and medium.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. group has been clicking. It really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They'll hand it off. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was... I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
Ready?
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Clear. Clear.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
On the ready.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They'll try the option play here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a third and short. How aggressive will they play it? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on fourth down. We'll try to run it with the option. Can he reach the end zone? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Chris, I'm kind of like this defense. I knew this quarterback could run the football. I didn't know he could take it that far down the field and let alone a score.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his back. Comes up with the catch. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Chris, after this last play, he's now over 400 yards passing on the day. Are you kidding me?
Ball moves to the 37 on the gain. It's first down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
He's back to throw again on second down. He's going to take off. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 49, Louisiana 28.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught quickly. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. The Raging Cajuns pick up enough yardage for a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there, play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the...
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Forced out of bounds after a nice game. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. The Raging Cajuns looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Boy, I thought he might shake through there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
Second and goal, they hand it to him again. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. They're setting out to try the PAT.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Toss it to the back, running left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Back to their 11-yard line at second and long. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Sampson. Brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice game.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short game.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
Extending the play now. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Quarterback keeps the football. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's a quick throw off the play fake.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Has the first down, still on the move. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feed him the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
Louisiana, 35.
Returner looking to make a play here. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here. Just playing for pride at this point. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They come back out protecting a safe lead. What an awesome feeling to be way ahead in a big road game. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They stop the clock with a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Touchdown, LSU. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA's